a nice time.
It's a shop. And it's a Father Christmas shop.
Look at it. Right, so we're just going to show you where we go in this video on the map.
Right, so from Sven's, I won't mark this, but we went round and round and round Fairbanks about half a dozen times because we just couldn't get out.
We've closed roads.
All these silly detours.
Diversions, it took us hours anyway.
Eventually we got out and we came down to North Pole, and then we turned round and went back up all the way over Fairbanks, carried on down here. Again, I'm not marking it, but I'll show you. And we had an overnight stop just there by ferry, just above ferry. I think it was called Bush Creek.
No, can't remember now.
No, it was a creek.
If I remember, it'll be on the video. But
it'll be on the video.
Yeah.
It was very nice.
Nice campsite.
Yeah. Then the next day, we then came all the way down here to the start of the Denali Highway. This is then where I start inking it in. Awesome piece of road.
Amazing.
Wonderful
really
scenery.
Good. And nice and dry again for us.
We were getting very tired by the time we got to here.
Yeah, the weather did close in on us a bit at the end of the day.
Then we ended up there at,
yeah, we're back there.
Well, I actually think it was further on, but anyway, it doesn't
somewhere
matter.
around the end near Tangle Lake.
Tangle Lake.
Campground.
And the following morning we retraced our steps a bit to McLaren Lodge where we had breakfast and took some photos of the glaciers, which will be somewhere in there, Mount Hayes.
Yep.
Probably.
And then we had breakfast and then we retraced our steps again.
And then we retraced the steps and we came all the way down, carried on to the end of the Denali Highway. We thought we'd stop for fuel, but there wasn't any, or at least we couldn't find it. So we couldn't afford to go any other way other than a fuel station just down here somewhere, which is next to Fox Lake. Turn around and then go back up again.
We stopped the night. And
we stopped there, which was Denali Creek.
Denali Creek campsite. So,
there you go.
Let's see how we got on in the video.
Right, well, after coming back down the Dalton Highway, we decided to have a couple of days at Sven's hostel.
Okay, day off.
Which was really nice, actually. There were some really interesting people there. We made friends with the mouse in the kitchen, didn't we?
Oh, we did, yeah. We had another T7 rider turn up, didn't we? We did, who gave fantastic instruction to a French guy who decided to use his time at the hostel to change both his tyres, and he'd never done it before. And I have to say, his idea of tools, getting them from AliExpress, etc., was... it caused much banter, didn't it?
It was amusing, yes. And the Kiwi guy that was providing the instruction, he's actually some kind of training instructor when he's back home. So
yeah, it was quite interesting. It was quite funny.
It was quite good.
It was quite good.
And then on the way out, we went out to wash the bikes.
Yeah, that was the first job.
We thought, oh, this is interesting. First car wash was just a drive-through, so that was useless. We didn't do that one. We found another one with a jet wash that didn't really work.
Didn't have any soap,
didn't
but
produce much soap.
We did our best. I know you're not supposed to jet wash bikes, but we're trying to do it gently. And keep it back a bit, because I don't know how else we're going to clean them.
Seriously mucky in there.
Getting rid of the Dalton Highway. Sticks on like bilio.
Glue.
Yeah, with that calcium stuff makes it all go like glue, because it basically glues the road. So it glues everything onto the bike, which is not very good for the bike. Well, I think that is as clean as we're going to get them for now. It's not a great job, but it's better than it was. That Dalton Highway sticks like absolute glue, but we've done our best. Get it out of the tricksy parts. Hopefully.
Sticks like shit on a ticket.
So there we go, Abby and Addy, giving you a teeny weeny spruce up.
Anyway, we eventually got out of Fairbanks.
Until
and then we went
chagrin, we ended up at North Pole.
Yeah, my favourite place.
But it was quite funny. It's all Christmas there, and in the street, all of the signposts have a Christmas, like you do at Christmas, have a Christmas saying, you know, Happy Christmas, whatever, along all the posts. But they're there permanently, aren't they?
Yeah.
Pretty signs. So you've got Happy Holidays, North Pole, Merry Christmas, Season's Greetings. You've got candy on every post. Happy Holidays, candy stick.
Peace on earth. Joy.
So we found a tourist honeypot on the North Pole, where we sat in the sleigh looking very silly with our crash helmets on.
and our bikes pretending to be reindeer. Oh, look at this, people. Santa's sleigh. Santa's sleigh. And there's Santa with his big list.
Well, let's be honest, if Father Christmas can get to every child in 24 hours, then you've got to wear a crash helmet because he's going blooming fast.
Dangerous, yeah.
It's dangerous.
So, really nice time.
It's a shop. And it's a Father Christmas shop.
Look at it. It's all Christmas. We're at the North Pole and it's all Christmassy. Everything's Christmassy. As far as the eye can see. So we've got little Mickey Mouse Santas there, look. They're cute, aren't they? And then we left there and retraced our steps back to Fairbanks, didn't we?
Yep.
Because we wanted
Which was
to go,
easy that time.
Yeah, we wanted to do the Denali Highway, but we wanted to go from west to east. Because after that, we're going east, aren't we?
Yeah. So back through Fairbanks.
Quicker to drop down.
And we ended up staying at a creek.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the place, but it was a campsite by a creek, wasn't it?
You can always pop a name in when you...
Yeah, I remember it.
When it'd be somewhere up here or up
or down there, or it won't be there at all because I don't find out what it is. But anyway.
So we'll find out the name of the creek, and it was a recommendation. We went down there. We were a bit worried because we'd smell smoke.
We'd seen some forest fires.
Looking at the apps, we could see that there was a fire not that far away, about 5 miles away.
5 or 6 miles or so, yeah.
Generated quite a bit of smoke, but just as we'd pitched up the tent, a fire bowser turned up to fill up the bowser from the creek that we were at. So we went and had a chat with him. He said, "Oh no, don't worry, you'll be fine.
You should be fine." I mean,
he said you should be fine. He said even if it does come this way, he said you've got the creek to jump into, so you'll be all right. Yeah, thanks for that.
Almost afterburn, but anyway.
Thanks.
He did say no because we'd seen them literally a couple of miles down the road in a lay-by. They'd set up their kind of temporary camp. And he said, "Oh, we're only a couple of miles away. If there's any danger, we'll be up to these sites just to go."
We know you're here now.
It wasn't so much a site, but it was a site. It had a pit toilet, but it was.
We were hidden away from it.
It was you go down the lane, and there were like 3 or 4 camp spots within the woods, so you weren't visible from the road. But he said, "I know you're here. I'll come and shout you if there's anything happens." So that was quite reassuring, really. But then it rained all night.
It did. It did. The one thing that, looking at the weather radar app, there was a continuous line of rain and storms that if we'd gone 250 metres north or 250 metres south, we would have been bone dry all night. But no, we were stuck in the middle of it, so we didn't have to worry about the fires.
But that was fine because I like sleeping in the rain in the tent.
Yeah,
I just sleep absolutely soundly with the rain.
It was nice.
I think Pingu's got the huff with me. Poor old bird, he's got a drenching in the night. He's absolutely soaked. Alright, Pingu, let's do your hair. There we go. So everything in America is big. We managed to find 2 chicken breasts that are still like twice the amount of meat we would eat between us for one meal.
The smallest pack we
could find. And then look at the Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts, the size of cabbages. They are not. Look, that's my fingers. That's how big they are. Absolutely massive. Oh, look at the size of the onions. That's an onion. Look, that's my hand. It's ridiculous. Oh, look, that's a kind of a normal large one.
Look at that in my hand.
Everything's
huge.
This
is Ghana, not Pink Lady. It was time to hit the Denali Highway.
Got to the Denali Highway.
The next piece on our this is what we want to do. And I'll tell you, the views were fantastic. The road was nice, wasn't it? It was packed dirt, it was gravel,
but it was nice and dry.
There were stretches of time.
And again, the video won't show what we could see because it's such a wide angle lens, but it was just stunning. It was everything's stunning around here. It was. To be fair, every view you look at is stunning.
Yeah. And anyway, we got along. We went to McLaren Lodge, and by this time we were both pretty tired.
It was starting to drizzle,
and you really didn't want to go any further.
No, I lost
but
the
we
plot.
couldn't find anywhere to camp. Yeah, so then we decided we would carry on, and you really were throwing your toys out the pram a little bit.
I
at
did
that
go a
stage.
bit sulky, to be fair. I was just tired, and you know when you get to that point where you just don't want to carry on. I was a bit wet, I was tired.
So then we got to Tangle Lake.
Got to Tangle Lake campsite. It was a huge campsite, this one. This
very
was
well
a huge
organised.
recreation campsite.
Very well organised, except some RVs had parked in the parking spaces, which are there allocated for the walking camping. People like us, where we just have a tent. Because actually they don't have many such places up here. They call it camping, but it's camping in a dirty grey coach.
Gravel, and it's gravel, and it's
gravel.
It's awful, yeah.
So as it was, we needed the bikes anyway, so I had to ride them along the little
footpath,
single track footpaths, and we used the bikes to secure the tent down.
Yeah, so that worked okay.
Yep. Then the following morning we then backtracked back to McLaren Lodge for breakfast.
Because we wanted photos of the glacier as well, which I was in too much of a huff to take photos of the day before. I'd had enough. Yeah. So, and you'd had enough by then, and you couldn't be bothered to get the camera out. So just look at this for a view. We're on the Denali Highway, around mile 42. Snow-topped mountain range there, with a glacier coming down. I know this camera is really wide angle and it probably isn't very close, but Carl is going to do a photo which should look like this. So we backtracked, took some photos of the glacier, and then treated ourselves to breakfast at the McLaren Lodge.
And the Wi-Fi.
And the Wi-Fi, and it was a lovely breakfast.
And the Wi-Fi, at which time...
We had Rudolph sausages.
We did have Rudolph sausages. But with the Wi-Fi, I was then able to order new tyres.
Yes, we needed new tyres.
We needed new tyres. We thought we'd be there to get them the following Tuesday, but actually it was longer than that. But anyway, the point is, we used the free Wi-Fi to find somewhere to order tyres.
So we've got tyres ordered. We've got tyres ordered in Whitehorse, so we can change them there.
Then it was crack on, and we got out to Paxson. Is it Paxson?
Oh yes, sorry, we haven't finished the Denali Highway. Yes, we finished the Denali Highway up to Paxson, and then we thought there was a petrol station there, or gas station, but we couldn't find it. We might have just been us, because these places are there sometimes, but there's no signs, and it's just up a dirt track, and you can't see it, so you don't know it's there. So we looked on the map.
Yeah, we looked on the map because we needed fuel, and we worked out that going the way we wanted to, we wouldn't have enough fuel to the next fuel stop. So we actually went south down to
we had to get to Delta Junction, didn't we?
A really quaint petrol station, petrol pump place that was on Fox Lake, about 20 k's down, and then filled up, turned around and went all the way back up those 20
It was only
k's.
20 minutes.
So after filling up with fuel and heading north, we ended up at a place that you really wanted to go to.
I spotted it on the map.
And it had to be done. What was it?
Isabel Pass.
Isabel Pass, yes. So we managed to pull up there just before a coachload of tourists and get the photos that we wanted from there. And why was it called Isabel Pass?
Well, I spotted it on the map, so I have to go there because it's spelt the same way as my name. However, it was named after Isabel Barnett, who actually spelt it with a double L-E, so I don't know why they didn't spell it like that. And she was one of the Gold Rush women. Her and her husband crossed the pass in March 1902 on their way to Fairbanks from Valdez. And they actually created Fairbanks.
I was going to say, it wasn't Fairbanks then.
No, they went from Valdez to Fairbanks and created Fairbanks.
Yes.
So that's quite interesting.
It was indeed.
One of the Gold Rush women.
One of the Gold Rush women. So it wasn't just the men who were out hunting for the gold.
And
women went out too.
Reading the boards about Isabel Barnett and her pass, they look at the track that seems to go to the glacier. Shall we go and do that?
I said, should we go and ride it?
So off we went. Yahoo, go us on the off-roads.
And once again, the camera doesn't actually show
it was really
how gnarly
stony.
it was.
It was really stony.
But we did have fun. And on the way back...
Well, we got so far, and it turned into big stones. And
but that was even... We got 3 miles down it before we decided to turn around.
And we thought, we can't do those great big stones. There'll be an accident.
And the glacier just didn't seem to be getting close.
No, we didn't get any close to this place. Is so big.
Loaded up on the bikes, we decided, enough was enough.
Yeah.
And then coming back, he just decides to start messing around on the bike.
I was just waving and waving, lifting my left foot off the peg, and you were just freaking out like an old granddad.
I was, yes.
Yeah, you were.
Oh, don't do that. Oh. Hold on, you can get a picture of the sign as well. Hey! Is it recording still?
Yeah. Anyway, so we did that, came back, and then just tootled along the road. Amazing scenery again. And then arrived at...
found a campsite, Denali Campground.
Denali Campground. We just saw it and said, that looks okay, let's have a look.
Yeah, which was actually a wonderful location. However, they didn't have any bins. Well, they did have the bins, but they didn't have the
so there were no bins, there was no water.
No bins and no water, and we hadn't actually taken much water with us. We did have enough,
and that was the time where we said we need to make sure we're always carrying water now.
Yes.
It's as scarce as fuel.
Yeah, it is.
And we have got
less reliable than
we
fuel.
have got the water filters which we can use, which we haven't yet.
Yep.
We seem to be still too frightened to use those. We'll have to eventually. But yeah, it was a nice campsite. We did say hello to our neighbours through the trees, and then
they disappeared for the night.
They disappeared. I don't know where they went. So we got on and did a bit of work.
Yep.